I guess we better introduce
Okay.
myself and you.
Well, whatever Ross wants.
Is that what you want me to introduce ourselves?
No, we can tell who you are. You can just read it.
Well, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Ready?
Right.
This is a joint statement from Solicitor General Clete D. Johnson and Floyd M. Buford, United States Attorney for the Middle District of Georgia. And this is to say that we, together with other officials, conferred this morning to discuss the Penn case. As a result of this conference, the following agreement was reached.
Then I made a motion to put the press and radio outside for the reason that the evidence was naturally going to go into the contents of an alleged confession, and
will cooperate and assist the state officials in every way possible in the state prosecution. 3, if the state grand jury returns true bills, the defendants then will be placed in custody of state officials in order that the state may try them. That is our joint statement, Floyd Buford and I, the gentleman on my right.
Now, Mr. Buford, you all have agreed to this will be the only statement you make about this case until the trial. Is that correct, sir?
That will be our statement for the time being.
Okay. You ready, Bob? Mr. Hudson, what action did you take at the hearing this morning?
well, I first made a motion to dismiss the charge against these men on the grounds that the accusation didn't allege a crime against the United States, and the court thus didn't have jurisdiction to hold these men. That was overruled. Mr. Vane, Hawkins, who also represents Mr. Sims in conjunction with myself, suggested that he and I have a conference, and we decided in the conference that he and I had that we might as well accept the lesser of what we considered two evils. We want to do the best we could for our clients, so we decided to waive the hearing.
Do you think $25,000 bond that was set by Commissioner Hawkins is too high?
Well, it's the alleged crime is a pretty serious crime, but the serious part of the thing is the most serious part of it is the murder charge, and of course $25,000 wouldn't be too much of a bond for a murder charge, but
that's a state charge.
But that's a state charge. That's right, and this charge is a violation of the Civil Rights Act, and I feel that, in all fairness to everybody concerned, that that is too high a bond for a violation of civil rights.
Now, at this point, you represent 3 of the defendants, Mr. Herbert Guest, Mr. Howard Sims, and Mr. Cecil Myers. The other defendant, Mr. Lackey, now what is his legal status at this time? Does he have an attorney, or exactly what is the story?
Mr. Lackey doesn't have an attorney. I don't know why he doesn't. It's a pretty serious crime. It looks to me like he should have one, but he doesn't. So you can draw your own conclusions from that. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want one. I don't know. But
Did you ever represent him?
No, I never represented him. I agreed to apprise him of his rights at the arraignment, and of course I'd do that for anybody.
Does the court often appoint attorneys in cases like this?
Yes, sir. They appoint them all the time, especially in the federal court and, of course, in the state courts now, since the case of Gideon versus Rainwater, which requires it.
And judging from the statement by the federal U.S. attorney and the solicitor, they apparently will be tried now on the state charges before they are on the federal charges. Is that right, sir?
Well, if they indict it, I would suppose
if the grand jury indicts
that would be my idea about it, if they do indict them. I don't know whether they will or not. I don't know what evidence they have. Don't know if they have sufficient evidence. Of course, the confession standing alone would not be sufficient to convict anybody of murder or anything else for that matter.
When do you think this case might go to court if the grand jury indicts them?
Well, I don't have any idea about that. That's to be up to the Solicitor General, Mr. Clete Johnson, the Solicitor General of Northern Circuit. He'd decide when he wanted to try the case.
How do you feel about it?
Well, I don't feel one that, what do you mean, how do I feel?
How do you feel about the case? How do you think you'll do?
Well, it's not the hardest case I've ever been in by any means. Most of the murder cases I've ever defended, 4, 5, 6, or maybe 10 people saw the crime committed, and it looks to me like that this would be easier to win than one of those.
Do you specialize in murder cases?
No, I don't specialize in anything. Okay, so long.
Good. Thank you a lot. Thank you very much.